Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Good morning. It's Hobbit day for me, which is very exciting. I will do like a better intro. Oh, it's a bit close to my face, hang on. Yeah, I will do a better intro and explain what I'm doing and why in a bit when I'm a bit more awake and also a bit more presentable. I've got mad hair this morning. I sleep on my face quite often, so my fringe is like woo all over the place before I get in the shower. Anyway, it is just before 7 AM. I am not awake enough to be chatting to the internet, but I'm going to go downstairs and make my first breakfast, which is honey cakes. I baked them yesterday, so I've put the B-roll in I think before this. I baked the honey cakes and the apple and raspberry crumble cake yesterday. I'm in an Airbnb this week, and which I'll link in the description, and I completely spaced on the fact that I wouldn't have any baking equipment, so I baked them without scales, without a mixing bowl. I had to use like a big chili pan. I did remember to bring muffin tin for the honey muffins, but the apple and raspberry cake got baked in a quiche pan, so the whole thing was a bit of a chaotic time, but we got there. So yeah, like I said, it's just before 7 AM. Hobbit breakfast is at 7. So I'm gonna go down and get 2 of the muffins. They're quite small, and get them honeyed up. Oh dear, I'm using a clear honey as per the recipe. I personally prefer a darker honey, but we'll try the light honey today and see what that's like. I'm going to bring it back to bed because I'm reading the first chunk of The Solstice Court by our very own Jade Juniper, which again I'll explain a bit more about in a minute, but that's what I'm up to. So yeah, first breakfast is at 7 and then second breakfast is at 9, I think. And then I will get dressed after that and come and talk to you properly. But yeah, happy Hobbit Day. I'm really excited for today. Okay, it's 8 AM. I am vaguely more awake. Although I still haven't sorted out my hair, and I forgot to bring a hairband with me, which is really annoying, so I can't even shove it back off my face. Anyway, the honey cakes were really good. Very much enjoyed those. And I now need to start prepping second breakfast, which is a 9 AM meal, which you guys picked for me, forest fruit bruschetta, this one here, which I can't lie, was my least wanted one of the options that I gave. But it does sound interesting, and it just says here, I'll just read a little bit again. I'll show you this book properly in a minute. I promise I will do a proper intro about a third of the way through the video. It just says, one of the iconic scenes in Lord of the Rings is the Hobbit's encounter with the mysterious Tom Bombadil even, and his wife Goldberry. The couple give the Hobbits a warm, safe place to recuperate after Tom rescues them from the clutches of Old Man Willow in the Old Forest. And for their supper, they serve them bread, butter, cheese with herbs, and ripe berries gathered. Here we have reimagined these ingredients together in a beautiful and delicious way. Berry bruschetta, an elegant and unexpected variation on the more traditional tomato style. So we're going to give this a go. It says it's a 20-minute cook time, but this is the first time I'm making it, so I'm giving myself half an hour. So I'm going to have this, and then I think I've got a bit of a breather till 11. Yeah. For 11 this obviously, so I will shower and make myself more presentable then, and then come and chat to you properly. I've also read the first 50 pages of The Solstice Court, really enjoying it so far. We're still just in the exposition, and yeah, hopefully next time you see me to chat I'll be more presentable. Okay, I am washed, dressed in my comfies, but this is as dressed as we're getting today and ready to chat to you properly now. Hello, hi, welcome to the vlog. So just to explain what I'm doing, because I haven't really done any kind of intro, for my birthday in August, my brother and sister-in-law got me this, which is Recipes from the World of Tolkien, Inspired by the Legends by Robert Cheesley Anderson, which, as you would expect from the title, is recipes from the Lord of the Rings series and the Hobbit. And I sat and went through it. All of the tabs that you can see are recipes that I still want to make. I absolutely love it. The whole thing is illustrated really beautifully. So if I just show you, like, that's the contents page. And then there's a little explanation at the start, like introduction. Look at that illustration, stunning. And then a little like explanation at the start of each section. So in case you're not aware, hobbits eat many times a day. We have breakfast, second breakfast, 11's, luncheon, afternoon tea, dinner, and then there's also drinks in here as well. And so what I thought would be fun was to do a vlog a day where I eat like a hobbit. So I'm eating all the hobbit meals in the day. And then to make it a bit more interactive, I had you guys over on Instagram choose my menu. So for each of the meals, I gave you 4 options and you guys voted using the poll function. And I'm now eating those meals today. So far I've had the honey cakes for first breakfast, which were very nice. And then I had the fruit bruschetta for second breakfast about an hour ago. I was a little bit skeptical, as I said in the clip, but I really enjoyed it. It was really tasty, like the salty feta and the sweet fruit and the balsamic glaze was delicious. And then in about half an hour, I need to start cooking my 11's, which is a whole baked cheese, which I'm very excited about. That one got a landslide win. That got like, I think there were about 300 of you voting, and all of the other meals, it was quite close, but for 11's, the baked cheese got like 95% of the vote. So that's what I'm going to be making. The only downside with this recipe book I've found so far is there are no pictures of the actual food, so you don't really know what you're aiming for. Obviously with the baked cheese, that's no big deal, but some of the other recipes, it would have been good to have pictures. I'm also annotating as I go, so as you just saw on that page, although it's on the next page, but like once I've baked this, that will move over there. But it's just so that I can add any notes in as I go without actually writing on the page, because it's just a see-through post-it note. So I've been doing that, having a lovely time. And then at the same time, I wanted something cozy to read. And I was looking on my shelves and I was like, great, I've wanted to read this book for a while, and I also wanted to do a specific vlog for it. So putting the two things together worked really well. Plus this is cozy fantasy. So this is by Jade Juniper, who is here on Booktube. She's absolutely wonderful. She did send me this copy, just to be completely upfront, in exchange for a review, but all of the views are my own, and I will obviously be as honest as I would be with any other review, which is very. And this is, like I said, is her debut political fantasy cozy novel, cozy fantasy political novel, something like that. What are words? And I'm really enjoying this so far. I am 65 pages in. I would like to read this whole thing today. However, eating like a hobbit is all well and good, but you also have to cook like a hobbit, and they must spend their entire time in the kitchen. So we'll see how much this will get done today. I will run this vlog until I finish, because I'll either finish it today or tomorrow. And I'll give you my full thoughts. But yeah, this is, I love the cover as well. And so in this one, we're following Kezara, who lives in a kingdom. She's the heir to the throne, and her kingdom sits between 2 warring kingdoms. And her kingdom has to kind of keep the peace. And that's as far as I've got at the moment. She's about 14, growing up in the court with her mother and father and kind of chafing against all of their rules. I really like her. I really like the world building that's happening. And yeah, I'm just excited to get back into this once I've chatted to you and before I go and bake the cheese. So that's kind of the intro, which I should have put at the beginning and didn't. But I'm just very excited. I'm currently away in Hay-on-Wye. When I'm filming this, it's the 30th of October. You will see this in the middle of November, I think, with the schedule that I've got for my uploads. It's a beautiful day outside. I may go for a little walk later, haven't decided yet. Depends if I've got time in between all of the eating and the cooking. But yeah, welcome to my Hobbit vlog. I better go and bake a cheese. It's now about midday. Apologies if you can hear the oven, it is really loud, so apologise for that. I've had my baked cheese for Levinses, which I really enjoyed. Someone on Instagram was like, I wanted to see if I could manage to eat all this food. The key is small portions. The cheese, I ate about half of it, 2/3 of it. Really enjoyed it. Would have eaten more, but I've got quite a lot more eating to do today. Yeah, I've also got about 100 pages into Solstice Court. Obviously, like I said, my reading time is quite bitty because I have to keep getting up and down to cook. But also to clear up because the kitchen here is really cute, but it's really small and there's no dishwasher. So I had to keep doing loads of washing. So I've got enough space and utensils. However, I'm about to put my peppers in for lunch, my stuffed peppers with tomatoes, thyme, halloumi and garlic. They smell really good already. So I'll have an hour to sit and get a good chunk of this read. I'm really enjoying it. I would already like die to protect Kezra. I really hope I'm saying that right, because Kezra, I think so. And I really like the kind of cast of supporting characters. We've already got some great descriptions of food and all of that good stuff. I'm just really enjoying it. It is super cozy. And like I said, I'm only about 100 pages in, so I've got a way to go yet because it's about 450 odd pages. So I'm going to have a nice hour to sit and read this whilst my lunch cooks. Also, I should have said, on the Hobbit menu thing, which I'll put here in case you've not seen it, it also gives you the drinks that you're supposed to have with each meal, like tea, coffee, cider or beer, but I don't drink any of those things really. I will have the occasional cider, so I'm just going with water. I'm gonna have some Coke for my lunch, and then I'm gonna make an alcoholic beverage, which you guys have picked for me, to go with my evening snack. I can't remember what it's called. So yeah, I'm not following the drinks, just the food, like timings and stuff. I'm really enjoying it today. It's so nice to just have some time. I love cooking, really love cooking, but I don't have the energy for it during term time. So it's nice to just have some time today to potter about and cook. And I'm cooking things, I deliberately picked things that I knew my husband wouldn't like or wouldn't choose. So, you know, I like a lot of like cheese. I've already had feta, which he doesn't eat this morning. And I've got halloumi on my lunch and all that kind of stuff. So it's nice to have some things that I wouldn't normally be making. And I really like these recipes. They're just very simple but tasty. So yeah, I'm having a very good day. So yeah, I'm going to stop talking to you, get my nose into this book, get a good chunk of it read, and then get my peppers cooked and go on to the next course, which is luncheon at 1 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock. This is a really attractive angle. I'm still on the sofa. I pretty much fell asleep. Let's try sitting up. Got mad hair as usual. Yeah, I read a bit. I'm about halfway through Solstice Court now, really enjoying it. At the moment, I would say it's like a 4.5. I'm really attached to the characters. I'm really intrigued to see what's happening. It's kind of low stakes, which I really like. A bit of romance. Sort of. We've also got an asexual side character, which I love to see that representation. And I really like the magic system. It's also just written really well. It doesn't feel like a debut. I think I said it was her debut. It doesn't feel like it. It feels very accomplished. Like if you told me this was her second or third book, I would have believed you. So yeah, really enjoying that. And it's not a reflection on the book. It's just a reflection of how much I've had to eat today and how relaxed / tired I am. Because yeah, I did have a little nap on the sofa. Also had a conversation with the husband, which is nice that you get to speak to him partway through the day. So it's good to hear his voice and have a chat. And yeah, I'm just going to have my afternoon tea because it's 3 o'clock. I'm actually having a cup of tea as well. I just took B-roll, so you've seen it. But the mugs here are really beautiful. Look how nice that mug is. Where is that from? Ooh, IKEA. And that was also a really terrible angle. I think you just got up my nose. So I'm gonna have my cup of Turkish apple tea and my apple and blackberry cake. I think in the opening clip I said raspberry, blackberries. Which is like a crumble cake. It's got a cake on the bottom, then a layer of fruit, and then a layer of crumble on the top. So we'll have a go at that. Then I've got about an hour before I need to start prepping dinner. It takes about an hour to cook, but it involves the pumpkin. And I'll be honest, I've never cooked a pumpkin before. I've carved pumpkins, like for Halloween, but I've never actually cooked one. So I don't know how that's gonna go. So yeah, I'm gonna have my afternoon tea, do the load of washing up that's currently sat in the sink, because I'm gonna need a lot of the stuff for this evening, and then prep dinner. And read a bit more of the book. And yeah, like I've already said, I'm just having the loveliest little relaxed hobbity day. I promise I have moved briefly off of this sofa this afternoon. It's about 6:30 and I've just had my dinner, which was very nice. I think that's my favourite thing I've had today. It was the pumpkin, beetroot and red onion bake with goat's cheese. Really lovely. I'll obviously have linked the recipe book below. My brain stuttered then, sorry. Yeah, that was really yummy and actually really easy to make. I've also got hiccups, which is not helping me just this second. So that is meal 6 of 7 for today, I think. I've just got supper to come, and actually in the recipe book there wasn't a supper section, there was just a drink section. So you guys chose the alcoholic hot chocolate, which sounds good. It's also got chili and cinnamon in it. So I'm gonna make that, and then I also I bought some Pop-Tarts from the one of the shops here that in a flavour I'd never seen before, the small flavour. The way I'm feeling right now, I've had quite small portions all day, but the way I'm feeling right now, I don't think I can eat any more today. But we'll see how I feel. It's not for another 2 hours. I'll definitely make the hot chocolate, and then we'll see how I feel about the Pop-Tart. Also, a big part of me is like, sugar past 7 o'clock is not great because I'll be awake all night. But also I've still got like a third of the Solstice Court to read, if not a bit more. So maybe staying awake, having sugar to fuel me awake would be a good thing. But yeah, that was really yummy, that bake. Might be really good in a tart, possibly, something like that. Although it was just good on its own. I did add a bit of balsamic glaze and some honey to it as well, just to sweeten it slightly. But yeah, really yummy. So yeah, I've got an hour and a half until supper. So I've got about an hour until I need to start making it. I also, again, need to clear up the kitchen and all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm also going to speak to the husband in a bit. He's just got home, so he'll call me once he's had his dinner. And then it will be hot chocolate and then bed. This day's gone really quickly. But the lighting is horrible. I might do my final like wrap up tomorrow when we've got some sunlight. But yeah, dinner is done, just supper to go. I may not eat ever again, but it's been a really good day. So it's just gone 8 o'clock and I'm just sat with my hot chocolate, which is steaming away. I'll try it in a minute. I haven't tried it yet because obviously it's fresh out the pan. Mostly what I can smell, which makes me nervous, is the coffee that's in it. I don't drink coffee, so I'll try it on camera in a minute. It might be a bit like the time I tried that banana milk and I was like, absolutely not. So I'm a little bit scared. I will be sad if I don't like it because this took half an hour to make. But that is the end of my eating for today, because this is my supper. I've decided to pass on the Pop-Tarts. I can't eat anymore today. I've had such a good day. I'm still I've still got like that much left of Solstice Court to finish, which I'm going to finish this evening. So I'll either come back later on tonight or tomorrow to kind of wrap up the whole vlog and tell you about the book, because something just happened and I need to know immediately what's going to happen next. So I'm really, really enjoying that. So far, like I said, I think I said this already, it's tracking at like a 4.5, but for me, endings are really important in books. So we'll see how we go. But I've had a fantastic day of eating like a hobbit and just hanging out and being cozy. Would I recommend it? Yes. If you are someone who is interested in eating 7 meals in a day, or being cozy, or just trying it out. Will I do it again? Yes. At some point I will do it again. Partly because I've got loads more recipes in that book, which I'm just gesturing at because it's behind the camera, that I want to try. Right, let's try this. Like I said, I can mostly just smell coffee, which makes me a bit scared. But this mug, by the way, I'm obsessed with this mug. I'm going to be sad when October's over and I feel like I have to put it away. Right, I think it's still too hot. But yeah, like I said, I will come back and kind of finish off the vlog properly in either later on this evening or tomorrow morning when I've got a bit better light and all that stuff. But yeah, it's been a really good hobbity day. I will record myself trying the hot chocolate in a minute once it's cooled a little bit. And yeah, it's been a good day. Good morning. It is the next day and I finished my book this morning, so I thought I would just come in and finish off the vlog and also give you like a finishing clip that isn't really dark. I had a fantastic time yesterday. It was a lot of work, it was a lot of food, I will admit. Not feeling my best today. I think it was too much cheese. I had a lot of cheese yesterday. But I really enjoyed it, and like I think I've already said, it was just nice to be cozy and focus on cooking and eating and reading and also being creative. I love vlogging, so it was really fun to capture that for all of you, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. At the time of filming this, I have a lot of clips to go through from yesterday and edit together. And I actually, at this point, I'm not quite sure what I got, but I enjoyed making the vlog. So like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I finished The Solstice Court this morning by Jade Juniper. By the time this comes up, my October wrap-up will have come with my full review, but I loved this, gave this 5 stars, I thought it was a beautiful debut. It does not feel like a debut, and if you are interested in a cozy political fantasy, I'd highly recommend this one. Loads of fab rep in it, and just beautifully written. Like I said, it does not feel like a debut. So yeah, highly recommend that one, and gave it 5 stars. And also I thought I would just show this last of all again. I really love this cookbook. The recipes in it are really lovely and kind of wholesome and straightforward. Like I said, the only downside is it doesn't have any pictures of the actual food that you're aiming for. But yeah, I really love it, and I've got lots and lots of recipes still to cook in it. So I'm sure you will see this again, probably sooner rather than later, and I'll also link it in the description in case you're interested, also along with a link for Jade's book, because that is available on Amazon. It's also, at the time of filming this, on Kindle Unlimited as well, so you can get it for free if you fancy a read and support an indie author who is just a lovely, lovely person. Okay, I think that's it. That's enough whiffle waffle. I need to get on and edit this and get it ready for you guys to see. If you made it to this point in the video, leave me a cheese emoji, because there was a lot of cheese yesterday. Please subscribe if you'd like more of this chaos, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks everyone. Bye.